Why should we meditate? Answer to this question is to know our true self, which we truly are one. We are not this body, mind or senses, ego or emotions. We are the soul or the self, which does not perish when the body perishes. Brihadaranyaka Upanishad states, Atmanam Che Dvi Janiyad. Know thyself and become free. Free from the birth and death, free from all the worries and fears, sorrow and grief. This Atman of life, without knowing the self, one establishes our true nature. We go through untold sorrows and grief throughout the life, die very miserable life. By knowing the self, we become free from the birth and death. Tarati shokamatmit, Chandogya Upanishad. It is said the man today knows the whole world, travel the different planet, but do not know his own soul, his own self. What truly happens here? Most people know their body, mind, senses, ego and emotions that throughout the day we experience. And we most of the time we think that we are this body. Yeah. Very rarely some people think, no, I am not this body. I am the soul, which is immortal, everlasting, has no death, no birth, no sickness, no disease. So because we feel or think that we are the body, so we are constantly feeling more attachment to the body. A lot of people, they are afraid of dying, Why they are afraid of dying? Because they think this is who I am. And I don't want to die, I don't want to suffer, I don't want to get sick, I don't want to be miserable. But who truly is miserable? Is your body, your mind, or your emotions, or your ego? But your soul is never miserable. Your soul is ever blissful, ever eternal, which is beyond birth and death. Nothing can hold the soul, nothing can. So, end of the one life is the beginning of the new life. That's making sense? Unless you get rid of the one clothes, you cannot buy the another clothes. Because you have only one body to wear, and if that body, it does not perish, then you cannot have the new life. A new life means the new, everything new. And this life has been given to us to go through this experience of hot and cold, sickness and illness, disease, old age, birth. So we are experiencing all these things. And guess what? We don't like it. We don't like it. We don't want to go through all this, experience. So, but the experience grants us the knowledge, the wisdom, This is how we become wise and realize that this is not me, I don't have to be attached to this. You know, I don't have to go through this sickness and disease, old age, and all that. So by knowing the self, the one becomes free from the cycle of birth and death. Tarati Sok Mahatma Vijay Chandogya Upanishad. It is said the man today know the whole world, know so many planets and planetary systems, but we do not know our true self. Forgotten our true self, immersed in the worldly life with so many gadgets, and feel like we have been lost in the jungle of Maya, and we have no memory of our true self. We claim ourselves to be a physical body. We don't know who we are, where we come from, and why we are here. We do not know. Where we go after the death, but the soul is eternal. Lord Krishna says, the soul is never born, nor it dies. It is immortal, ever-existing, ancient, and even after this bodily death, it remains. Gita chapter 2, verse 20. It is not fair to ignore the self. The true self is all we have. It is the most precious treasure in the three worlds. As Jesus says, what a man has gained if he has gained the whole world and loses his own self. Truly, after losing ourselves, we have nothing. This is the predicament for mankind. All the great masters, rishis, and great incarnations such as Christ, Krishna, Buddha, they came to help us to awake our consciousness to God consciousness. So, through adhyatma, through the self-realization, one can truly experience his true nature. True nature is Satchit Anand, truth, consciousness and bliss. Rise above the sorrow and happiness and suffering. Through such practice, one attains the vision of self and God. It is called meditation. The world we live in is not the same where yogis and saints and our ancestors lived. Today's world is quite disturbed. There is so much unrest everywhere, you see. There is unjust, so much crime, lots of suffering. In the Middle East, people slaughtering people, war, forced to move from their own home. You see what is happening in the Ukraine and what do you call it? And there are so many thousands of people. They lost their house, they lost their families, they lost their loved one, And all these sufferings is caused by whom? Caused by the mankind, And why? Because of their greed, because of their possessiveness. When they think of themselves, it's like this body, mind and ego, They want more. And that is the greed, And because of the greed, the people don't care for other persons. Even the brother don't care for the brothers. Children don't care for the parents, the old parents, And so much corruptions, So much corruptions everywhere, all over. And this situation compels people all over the world to meditate in order for us to gain some peace and rest. Just like when you go to sleep, you feel very peaceful, very rested. And you feel your energy comes back to you. Because you are connected to your spiritual self during the sleep. Yeah. That is the one moment you are not feeling that you are a body, mind, ego, or emotions. So, when a person becomes connected with his true nature is love, true nature is giving, true nature is sharing. Yeah. But because we are not connected with ourselves, so we are lost. Everyone is insecure and troublesome. It causes great stress and anxiety. They cannot rest in peace. Many has insomnia and disease like a high blood pressure, heart problems, diabetes, and even cancer have increased in the developed country and undeveloped countries as well. The temporary solution, such as drug, alcohol, and smoking, are the worst remedy. It only agitates the situation, does not cure it. With yogic like yoga, meditation, pranayama, which is called the yogic breathing, along with a healthy diet, are the best answer to the problem. The techniques should be healing because with meditation, greater peace and tranquility, high blood pressure get control. Stress from the mind is relief. Through the power of meditation, one activates the divine sound waves. When that wave flows all over our body and nervous system, it heals us and our organs. It purifies our brain, getting rid of all the toxin. Therefore, we lead a very happy and healthy life. Because truly, meditation, what it does, get rid of all the toxic vibration, toxic energy, which is stored in our subconscious mind. So, the people who meditate, they are more compassionate, they are more loving, they are more kind, they are more generous. They are very peaceful, very, very peaceful. They are very content. They don't have all those cravings. You know what I mean? The craving, drag yourself from the morning to the evening and go. Yeah. Go for what? Yeah, what? Go for money, and more you buy things, yeah, and more your mind become restless, more become insecure. Yeah. No matter how much one have, but they are not happy. They are not happy. They are not at peace. Yeah. So meditates slows your mind. Meditates get rid of all the impurity that you have collected throughout the life and even many other lives. And that's called what you call it, karma. That the karma, it cleans out all your karma. So even though you are supposed to suffer due to our old bad karmas, and that bad karma is reduced to almost nothing, So you start feeling more complete, more real, more alive, more content. Yeah, more content. Your whole belief system changes. Your body's whole internal organs changes. Do you know every 2 months you have a new liver? And even in spite of this happens, every year you have the change of all internal organs and still you get sick. Still you do, because you have not changed bit. Internally it got some change. Your organs are new, but yet you made that organ sick again. Sick again. So why we may do that? Because of our ignorance. Because we are associated things with the things, and that cause the harm, just like a pollution. The pollution in the nature, like you go in New Delhi, at once you start feeling out of breath, because such a polluted country, at a city in the town, in a whole country. So that pollution affects everyone, doesn't matter who they are. You could be healthiest person, they're still affected by that pollution. So similarly, the environment that we live in, it has an impact on us. But with the meditation, with the yoga, with the pranayama, you can clean that out. Just like your clothes get dirty, so what do? You put some detergent and put in the machine and it gets cleaned out. Similarly, when your mind becomes agitated, mind becomes dirty, mind becomes insecure, mind has too much fear, too much worries, what do? You clean your clothes, you clean your house, but if you didn't clean your mind, what will happen? If you didn't clean your mind, what will happen? You are going to be sicker. Yeah, you are going to feel, all kind of mental or emotional disease has started to come, and that in return makes your body also very sick. So that ruins your health. Ruins. Even the young people have that. I just heard that there was a 32-year-old girl and she just died with the cancer. She had a cancer and did not last at all. All the treatment did not do any well. And she is gone. So you can think that what happens. So this is what happens. Meditation is to control and recollect the magnetic waves. Meditation awakens our cosmic power, which lies dormant within us, as called the Urja Shakti. In Sanskrit that is called Urja Shakti. So just like you feel fresh in the morning after a good night rest, but during the day what happens? That Urja Shakti gets drained again. That energy gets drained again. At the end of the day, you feel very tired, feel very exhausted. Why that happens? Because you are not replenishing that Urja Shakti. So with the meditation, it activates. It not only cleans out your whole entire system, your brain, your nervous system, your heart, your lungs, your belief systems, everything gets cleaned out. So you feel more resourceful. You feel more resourceful. And therefore you are able to get rid of all those toxic habits. A lot of people, they have to have alcohol, they have to smoke cigarette, they have to eat junk food, So this is all the toxics that we are adding to our problems, And this doesn't help us. Is that making sense? Some people, if you do not eat right, eat a good food, then your health get down, and then what you do, you pop pills, and you take a lot of pills, and that damage your kidney, damage your livers, and guess what? Then who is a loser? You actually become if your kidney doesn't function well, your liver doesn't function well, your food doesn't get digested. And that food creates the toxin, like you started rotting. Then you have indigestion, then you have a gastric problems. Too many, problems started to happen. So, through this meditative practice or yoga, the yoga and meditation and pranayama, these are the complete healer. It has all the immense power, And people have divided like a Kundalini Shakti or chakra meditation, the Kundalini meditation, or Ashtanga yoga meditation or Kriya meditation, So all these things, but they are all the same. Whether it is, you can call it Kriya or Kundalini or chakra, there were 7 different chakras. So what is those 7 different chakras? Is like energy centers. So once that 7 different chakra get activated, and then guess what? Then your whole system is started to become very powerful. And you can feel that energy. So cosmic brain and infinite knowledge within us, and we are not able to tap it. First, we don't even know it is there. Second, we don't know how we can tap it. This is something we don't find in the books, or it is not taught in the schools and colleges. With the help of the Brahmagyan, the divine knowledge, one can unfold many mystic power which lies within all of us. All of us have started to manifest with yoga sadhana. Mind becomes purified, mind becomes absorbed in meditation, inner divinity has started to manifest. For example, hearing get better, you experience a sharpness in a smell, one's voice becomes sweet, one has a greater insight, one receives a yogic body, mental power, and enhanced intelligence, becomes sharp. One receives the divine sight, mystical experience, is also granted to the sadhaka. This is why the Holy Scripture says, with the meditation, the practitioner attains the liberation. All his wishes come fulfilled. With meditation, it is very important that we practice meditation. Meditation, our great rishis like a Ved Vyasa, in deep samadhi, the words of Vedas, Puranas, and many scriptures were revealed to him. So many mysterious knowledge, Vedas and Upanishads was unfolded with meditation. Mind and senses become controlled, and the limitation of mind is removed. Whatever man thinks, he becomes. So it is true. Those who contemplate on the pleasure of senses, he becomes the slave of the senses. But those who contemplate on the self, the Atman, which is the embodiment of Paramatman, he becomes the Brahman. The example, Siddhartha becoming Buddha, Jesus becoming Christ, Ratnakar becoming a Brahma Rishi, Valmiki. One who could be worse sinner, with meditation his sins are all vanished away and becomes a pure and enlightened. That's the power of meditation. Lord Krishna stated in the Gita, one must receive the Brahma Gyan from the enlightened soul who has practiced knowledge of God. Tad vidhi pranipaten preprasnen sevaya upadenchindite jnanam jnanina tattva darsana. So him wholeheartedly ask for knowledge with the guileless of heart, then Jnani Mahatma will impart you the knowledge. By knowing which you will be free from this attachment. With this knowledge, you see the whole universe in you, and then also you see in me. Even if you are the worst sinner among all sinners, you will cross the river of sinfulness with this knowledge. Just as the fire destroys the load of lumber, turn into the ashes, similarly the fire of knowledge destroys all sin. There is nothing more purifier than this knowledge, this meditation. A real sages have discovered in all being and found is the source of things through their divine vision. As far for the vision of God goes, Krishna said, Arjuna, you cannot see me with these eyes, carnal eyes. I will give you the divine eye, or the third eye. Lord Krishna imparted the divine eye to Arjuna. He revealed his true form to Arjuna. The description ran as effulgence of thousand suns. Arjuna has mystic experience of God, Krishna. Upanishad describes similar experience as the light where though neither sun shines, nor the moon, nor the star, nor ever even lightning or fire, yet by this light everything illumined. God is light of heaven and earth. Jesus said, God is the light. In Him there is no darkness at all. God guideth whom He will to His light, says Quran. Mysticism stress on turning away from the senses to see the divine light within. This is the same light, is called different in different scriptures. Bhargo Jyoti, Veda, Param Prakash, Ramayana, Noor Ilahi, Quran, Divya Jyoti, Gita, and Atma Jyoti, Brahma Jyoti, Upanishad. So all the different scriptures have said about this light. Chandana, Guru Granth Sahib, every scripture talk God's real form is light, which we are able to see it as Arjuna saw many rishis have seen. It is only possible by the Brahm Jnani Guru can reveal to us where there is infinite light shining, that is the place of Brahman. Yogi with divine vision have direct experience. Those unwise men, unsettled mind, and who is impure, he cannot receive God in return to the world. So, God is shining that pure light, lighteth all the light which gives light. This is the same which self-realized yogi know. Just like a TV transmits the light, TV transmits the programs all over the world, right? But if you don't have a TV set, you won't be able to see it, right? And even if you have a TV set, if you don't know how to turn it on, you are not able to view anything, right? That makes sense? So just imagine that light, the TV broadcast, all the shows such as movies, plays, music, concert, and all the things that broadcast and constantly playing all the time, right? The news. But why we are not able to see right now? It doesn't mean that it's not going on, right? And all over the world, from all over the world coming. But we are not able to see because first we don't have a TV set, and second, it's not on. The same thing, it is said in the scriptures that whatever you see in the universe is within you also. But why we are not able to see it? And we have become extrovert. Extrovert and introvert means? Mm-hmm. Extrovert means you are constantly looking outside, seeing things outside, observing things outside, And introvert means seeing things inside you. You wonder what the yogis, when they went in meditation for hundreds of years, some yogis, you heard of the Shiva, meditated for thousands of years, And in every time, Shiva was in the Satyuga, the golden age. He was in the Treta age. He was in the Kali age. He was at the Dwapar age. All 4 ages, and those ages were like apart, hundreds and thousands of years apart. And yet Shiva always existed. Similarly, Hanuman, this gentleman here, he was at the time of Lord Rama. He was also at the time of Krishna. The monkey god, he called it the monkey god, right? And he was at the time. What time? Because he was a great devotee. Great personalities, And he loved so much and he meditated and he can be anywhere, anytime. How that power was happened to him? Why isn't for us? We have to take a plane to go to India, right? We cannot fly. He can fly. He can walk. He can do anything he wants to do. So unlimited power, unlimited vision. He can see the present, past and futures. So if that potential, even the yogis like a Vedavyas, and when he was writing the Mahabharatas, and he said to Ganesh, heard about the Ganesha, and he said, I want to speak and you have to write. But I have to speak constantly, and you cannot stop me. Then I will speak. And so you can go ahead and write it. And he did. And he kept speaking and speaking on and on and on. No break. And Ganesha was the same way. He kept writing. So they finished the Mahabharata book, this big, and in short time. So he has the power, such an immense power, he can just writing so fast and he capture everything. And so he told not to stop me, not to ask questions. Just keep writing what I said. And he did. So at that time, there was no other person could do that. Only Ganesha. So Ganesh was very happy, even though he was such a powerful person. So it shows that we all have tremendous power within ourselves. But we have not, whatever that you discover, the power within you in this age, have you discovered that in your childhood? No. Did you know that it was there inside you? No. So there's so much knowledge, so much wisdom, and it comes to you. Nowadays people read the information, read the books, read the, ask the Google, and then you get the information. But in those times, the yogis in sense, they get the information right there within themselves. And they could pass it on to their disciples. They did not read any books. They did not study a lot of scriptures. And they had a biblical or religious college, in those days, that they can get the information. It's all came to them. Yeah. All came to them. They could fly. They could go from place to place. Whatever they want, they send the message. What you call the telepathy? Mm-hmm. And they can send the message and people will get it. Their relatives, and they will receive that information and they pass it on to other people. So we have all those potentialities within all of us. First, we are not even secure ourselves yet. So once you start meditating, and what meditation does, it start cleansing, do the cleansing within us, and get rid of your envy, get rid of your jealousy, get rid of your hatred, get rid of your lust, greed, ego or attachments, all those things, all the desires. We have so much desires, and you see the people, how much desire they have, and the never-ending desires. And therefore, they keep constantly go after things, get this, get that, and moving. But they are never satisfied, they are never happy. Yeah? And because of all those, they become more sicker, more ill. They can't even enjoy the life. Instead, life is carrying you, you are carrying the life. Ulta. Yeah? Just opposite. This life is supposed to take care of you and fulfill your purpose, that whatever you have. Instead of you are stuck with the life, you are worrying about, oh my God, how can I go there? How can I do this? I don't have that energy. I don't have that insight. I don't feel so secure. And you start worrying about things. Is that a life? Is that kind of life we want to live? No, we don't want to live such life. You want the life of a freedom. See how children are so free, and they enjoy their life more than we do. They are more freer. You remember the movie of St. Francis of Assisi, how their monks were so free? They were so free. They could talk to the bird. The bird will come to the St. Francis and sit on his hand. When we come, we go near the bird, bird runs away. Isn't that odd? Bird runs away because they are afraid of us. So there's whole universe is filled with the fear, filled with the guilt, filled with the lust, filled with the anger, filled with the anxiety, filled with the stress. That's why life becomes like a hell. God did not mean that way. God gave us a beautiful, beautiful, blessed life. So, once we become pure, like Jesus said, the blessed are those pure in heart, shall see God. So, once you become pure, you start experiencing God, seeing God. You have the tools. We all have the tools. But we are not using it. And we have to start using it. So, it can give us that experience. So fulfill the real purpose of life. Have you ever thought, what is the true purpose of my life? Why I am here? No books, no school, no college teaches us why we are here, who we are, what is the purpose. So this is why it is said, bin satsang vivek na hoi, ram kripa bin swamis. Without the satsang, there is no wisdom, no pure insight. And without the grace of God, the satsang is not possible. Ram kripa bin swamis. Without the grace of God, that is not available to human being. You can hear a lot of batsang, You know the batsang? Batsang means worldly talk. You turn on the TV, what do you hear? Lots of batsang. And so, but no satsang. So no wonder where the world is going today, because that is the cause Everybody is absorbed into the worldliness. It's called the worldly maya, worldly temptations. So, when a person is completely lost into the temptation of the world, worldly maya, how can that person have a rest? Can person have a peace of mind? Can't have a peace of mind. Can't be happy. Right? So it's very important that we realize we are so blessed. You know why we are so blessed? You have any guess, any idea?
Well, we do have Satsang and not Satsang.
No, but we are blessed, we have knowledge. We have the knowledge. That is the blessing. Look around how many people have that blessing. We can get out of this mess. We can stay in this world, but not of it. We are not a worldly person. We are a godly person. We are a spiritual being, not a worldly being. Do you see the difference?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah? Difference between the spiritual. You remember the story of Buddha. Buddha says, I am awake. I am Buddha. Means awake. Most people are sleeping. They wake up and go to sleep. Wake up, go to sleep. Wake up, go to sleep. They do the same thing. Ordinary people do the same thing every single day. What is different awakened people do? What is means awaken? Awaken means who is consciously awake. He is very conscious person. You know what I mean? Conscious. Conscious, subconscious, unconscious and superconscious. When you become a superconscious, it means you know the present, you know the past, you know the future. You are completely in consciousness, awakened. Even though your body is asleep, you are awake. Do you see the difference? His body is sleeping, body needs rest. Your mind needs rest, mind is resting. But your soul, you are the soul, you are not the body, you are not the mind. Therefore, your soul, and you are truly conscious of yourself, aware of your soul, just like you are conscious, then you know where your food is, you know where your bed is, right? You know where you have to go, you know what you have to do today, right? But if you are unconscious, you won't know anything. You are unaware of everything. So people are conscious, but in a wrong way. We are conscious in the right way. That making sense? You have the knowledge, the self has been revealed to you, you have seen your true self, but if you don't meditate, if you don't come to satsang, then you go back to the same rut, same thing. So you become unconscious again. But the meditation makes you conscious more and more in everyone. Every day you are a little closer, little closer, little closer. And therefore finally you become fully realized soul. Realized soul. So nothing can hurt you, nothing can damage you, nothing can pull you pull you back. Nothing can. That makes sense?
Mm.
As long you are miserable, as long you are insecure, as long you're feeling not okay, that long you are ignorant. There is something missing in your life. As long you are miserable, as long you are feeling insecure, as long you are worried. Do you know what I mean?
Mm.
You were lost for some time, somebody is going to in the ocean, and all of a sudden he has a big wind coming and get lost. His sail get blown away, right? And he feel very nervous, very insecure, swimming in the water, And finally that person comes out of that and he settle on the nice land. His horrible time is over, isn't it? And he feels at peace. So that is what I mean, having knowledge, having meditation. Meditation brings you home, brings you a place of rest, place of peace, place of serenity, which your soul wants it. Soul doesn't care how much money you have. Soul doesn't care whether you have something to eat or not. Soul doesn't care how many degrees you have. Soul doesn't care any possession, any power, any fame. Doesn't care. Does your soul care that? No. Your soul doesn't care. Soul is already complete, the wholesome. Do you understand? Because it is the essence of God. Man was made in the likeness of God, right? We are all made in the likeness of God. If the God is whole, God is complete, God is real. The soul is real, the soul is complete, soul is whole. So, not knowing that soul, not realizing that, not being that soul, that's what caused that. What you are experiencing, incomplete, insecure, unhappy, miserable, suffering, is because of that. Just like a person insane, right? He could be richest person, but if he is insane, he can enjoy it. Isn't that right?
Mm.
If he's insane, he can't enjoy it. He can't even acknowledge even that he has riches. So this is what happens to normal people because they are insane. That makes sense? They are insane. They don't know. So we are so grateful. We are so blessed. You have no idea how blessed you are. Every day I give thanks to God. Thank you, God, for another day. I am so blessed to have everything that you have given me. I appreciate it. I am very grateful and I love it. You know what I mean? I love it. I love this life. I love the family. I love the friends. I love everything that I have. Whatever I need, whatever we all need, God provides us. God provides us whatever you need. So you have no reason to worry about anything. That makes sense? Do we have any reason to complain about anything? No. So thank you very much. God bless you. Jesus' name. Enjoy, meditate. Meditate. Meditation is the answer of your all problems. Let's have a prayer. Jai Gurudev Maharaj.